we will focus on the introduction part. We have considered modules that we will cover it up in Workday Financials. We'll discuss about this course introduction for the newcomers who are new in the Workday Financials. We will discuss that area. Then finally, we will discuss the job trend and the salary trend. That is very important because after having this training and the hands-on training basically, and the skills that you will learn in this program, that how you will accelerate within the job market and how you can accelerate your salary area. And then finally we'll take question and answer in my introduction. So these are the main areas that we will cover it in our Workday Financials. Okay, first of all, we will discuss the core concepts and navigations. In the core concept and navigation, we will discuss the Workday core concepts, that what are the Workday core concept that we will cover it up, and what are the main prerequisites to learn the Workday that we will have it in this first module. In this module, we also discuss three more areas. One is the implementation methodology, because this training is for all the candidates who are looking their career as an implementer and the post-production support or the operational activity perspective. So we will see that how we can go with the Workday implementation methodology. What are the key prerequisites that you need to be followed to implement this Workday? For example, you getting a job or you have an interview call that we are looking a person who has 2 to 3 years of implementation experience. So in this module, first module, we will cover it up that area, step by step implementation phases. And then further, we will deep dive into the implementation concepts as well. That if you are an implementer, then what are the key areas that you need to be focused? For example, the business structure, the Workday structure that we will have it this session. Then we will discuss the organization and Workday structure, work tax. So basically, in this second module, we are covering the Workday organizations area, because once you will have it Workday, what are the mandatory area that you need to cover? That is of organizations. So here, all the configuration or the setup we will make in the second module. Then we have financial setup, accounting setup. This is just like a general ledger. In SAP, you have accounting, and here we have financial accounting. Workday have multiple steps. There are approximately 20 steps that you need to follow to complete the financial step. We will go through one by one. That once that will be completed, then the process accounting journals. So how we can verify that my setup is completed and up and running perfectly, we will see in the fourth module. Fifth area is create and process and general EIB. So this is more detailed part of the financial accounting, because in the financial accounting, that is our hub, and hub means that all the other modules are modules accounting is been dumped here. So how to create those, how to process those, and what is the EIB? EIB is our integration area, that is enterprise interface builder. So Workday give us an integration functionality, that how I can upload my bulk of data. So in the fifth module, we will see that. We also go through the other financial concepts like revaluation, like translations, like journal sources, journal reversals, how we can manage if there is something, error in, so how we can fix those error, we will see in the fifth module. Then the sixth module is the review and period close. Basically, once you will have it in every ERP, like you are in the SAP or you are in any other domain like Oracle, so you have to close your period. How to close a period in Workday? We will discuss this area in a detailed way. Security is totally Workday Architect. So Workday Architect means that they give us the privileges to access the application, how you can control the application. For example, a newcomer join in your organizations, how you will provide the access and how you can revoke the access, how much privileges that you can give it to a manager, to the director. So we will discuss it here in the security part. Also, we will discuss the business processes related with all the modules in this seventh chapter. Then 8 and 9, these are the two chapters that is related with procure to pay. What is a procure to pay process? That we will discuss in detail way. So for the procure to pay, supplier is mandatory, and the supplier invoices are there. Supplier invoices is equal to your accounts payable module. So accounts payable module configuration, accounts payable module business processes, accounts payable modules accounting, that how the accounting that can be generated, and then finally dump into the, or you can say club into the financial accounting, how we can correlate these two modules, that is our financial accounting and the supplier invoices. Customer invoices and customer receipts. This is my account receivable in Workday. In Workday, we call it customer invoices. And finally, for the supplier invoices and customer invoices, we have to make the payment and receive the payments. And that is our cash management module that we called it in Workday, that is settlement. We will discuss this one in more detail way here. Then finally, the close and report and the Workday reporting. These two modules are very key part in our training area, because whenever you join any organizations, they definitely ask you that have you ever built up the Workday reports or not. So if you can close your modules, and then how you can create this Workday reporting. There are 8 type of reporting. That would be, this is a separate 4 to 5 hour sessions that where we will discuss basics of reports, and then we will move on to the advanced level to discuss this Workday reporting part. So financial reporting is a critical part, because on the financial reporting you have made the analysis. Management make this further decision based on this reporting part. So we have to be very careful how we can design these reports in Workday. Workday provides this tool, a very flexible one. You just need to go step by step and you can complete a report that is financial reports or the financial matrix that you can. Finally, we have an expenses module. Expenses module is basically whenever an employee make official trip or official expenses, then they have to make the reimbursement. So how we can manage those expenses within the Workday, we will discuss in this 15th module. So these are the 15th module that we will cover it up in our training. From basics to advanced. Basics means that if you are a newbie in this financial part, don't worry about it. We are here to help you out, your concept perspective as well as your skills perspective, because our ultimate goal is to give you skills and knowledge, because based on this skills and knowledge, you will get your job and you will accelerate yourself in this Workday domain. So these are the modules that we will cover it up. Any question on the module perspective, then you may ask, then otherwise we will proceed. No? Okay. So moving on about this course, that is learn to configure and manage financials, structure, ledgers, account, business process. What is financial structure? What is the ledger, accounts maintenance, and the business process we will discuss in a very detailed way. Then, as I mentioned you earlier, that we have accounts payable or the supplier and supplier invoices. Here in this procurement workflow, we will manage those, how to create the purchase order, how to correlate the purchase order with your invoices, with your receipts. We have complete workflow for the P2P, that is procure to pay. Handle accounts payable, account receivable, and cash management activities. That is, we have separated modules that we will cover it up, and we will, give you a real-time project scenarios. Like if I implement in Malaysia, so I will use that project for you, where I will guide you that step by step that how you can implement a project, how the key areas that you need to be focused on within the Workday and outside the Workday as well. Develop and manage budget, forecast, and financial plan within the Workday. Generate and analyze financial reports to meet compliance and business requirements. So this we will cover it up in the financials report perspective and make a compliance. So this whole package is basically from scratch, from configuration till report building. We will cover it up in this course. Prerequisite perspective, you must have basics financial concept. If you don't have it, no worry about it. I will guide you. Even I will explain those candidates that what is a debit and what is a credit, because based on the debit and credit, our all financials or all the accounting has been built. So we will discuss those as well. We will, if you have a familiarity with the Workday or any other system, then that's okay. If not, then no, that is not mandatory. If you have done any Workday HCM or Workday any product training already, then or having equivalent knowledge, you will be the part of this training as well. But no worry about it. If you don't have it, I will give you a complete flavor of Workday application from basics navigation to the Workday reporting or the advanced level. Experience.
Hey,
yes.
Mari, once again. So Alok here once again. Hey guys, I know a lot of you have asked questions on the certification side of Workday Finance. So what after is done explaining his program and how he can help you with the training itself, I will jump in and explain you about the certification side. So just hold off. I know a lot of you have a lot of questions how ZaranTech can help, because you are the first time getting into Workday Finance. First time you're getting into all of this stuff. How ZaranTech can help somebody get certified, Workday official certified. Yes, we can. because we have a partnership with our staffing partners and we can get you certified. We are the only company which can get you certified. So we'll explain that step by step process at the end of. You can go ahead.
Thank you. Hello. Then who should take up this course? If you are a financial analyst, if you know the financial process, if you are a Workday implementer or the Workday specialist, IT professionals, business manager, you can be part of this course as well. Then training benefits, that is very important, that what benefits that you can achieve. One of the major benefits has already Luke has explained, and he will explain later on as well, that how you can be certified, because in the job market a certified person is more preferable than non-certified. So over this platform you have opportunity to to be certified. So this is one of the major benefits that you have, right? Secondly, once you will complete this course, then we will basically guide you each and every step by step, because we our focus is to every individual, not as a whole. So if you have any challenge, if you have any concern, you can raise your question on our portal, and then I will reply directly to your queries or the concerns. Then enrolled students will receive courseware assignments, assessments, labs, case studies based on the real-time scenario. So we have designed this course with the real-time environment. Okay. So over this, for example, if I implemented a project, I will take that project into my real-time, scenarios into that training, and that based on that we will assess you based on the assignment that we will given to you on each and every sessions. So this basically helps you out to present yourself in any organization as an experienced person. So these are the major benefits that we have it for our training. So after having this introduction, let's talk about the Workday journey. So basically, Workday started their journey in 2005 and 2006, and this journey is basically first started with the HCM, Human Capital Management, in 2000. After 2006, they incorporated this financial module, and David Duffield and then Bashri was the founder and the CEO of this Workday product. And since last 2005 and 6, this Workday is now competing the major other ERP giants like SAP and Oracle. So this journey started from there, and this financial modules is basically comprehensive cloud-based application. A cloud-based application means that is a SaaS application, software as a service. Software as a service, in if I give you an example, that you have X, you have Facebook, so you can log in from any environment or any app devices. So similarly with the Workday credentials, you can access your application from anywhere. So this is a cloud-based financial module that have a solution designed to streamline and optimize financial operation for organization of all the sizes. If you have, there's a Levi's company that they have implemented this Workday Financial Management, P&G, Procter and Gamble. So these are the major giants that they have it. I will show you here later on that there are 2,000 plus customers. Yeah. So there are 2,000 plus customers worldwide in 2024 in Workday Financials. So they started their journey in 2005, built this Workday Foundations, and then in 2007 they have introduced their Workday Financials Management applications in Workday. And since then, this journey, a lot of customer in the worldwide accepted this solution. So this is their history and the journey that they have it. In the current market demand, and if we talk about the adoption statistics, so these are some analysis that we did made, that 45% of companies having this Workday solution. If 45 plus percentage plus companies there, then there is a good job market in the Workday. So in 19.6% of the ERP worldwide, we have a SaaS revenue as of 2023. Because now every organizations, either it's a small or big, they are having a solution which are hassle-free. Hassle-free means they don't need to maintain any database, they don't need to maintain any applications. They just install or just log into the application and then start working. So similarly, this Workday SaaS market is booming since last 5 years, and we can see that there is 57% of growth in the Workday Financial Management services, and 2,000 plus customer that is having a Workday Financial Management. So the whole industry, especially Workday, and Workday Financial Management, this has been, booming and increasing day by day. So these industries are not specific industries. So every industry, like I mentioned earlier as well, that if there is a telecom industry, health industries, so the Workday product is there. So this is that current market demand and the adoption statistic that we have it. So as I mentioned earlier, these are the industries: technology and software, healthcare, higher education, professional services, financial services provider are there, retail and hospitality. These are the major industries of the client that Workday have it right now. The core components of this training, if I go and that we have discussed the accounting and finance. Accounting and finance is our general ledger module that we have our main area, revenue management. It's our customer and the customer invoices and their relevant receipts. Financial reporting, we have a Workday reporting tool that we can build our report and create dashboard as well as create graphs within the Workday, that how it can be a presentable. If there is a graph and the dashboard, that can be easily presentable to the management and they can make easy decisions. So Workday provide this area very, very detailed way. So we will cover it up this area in our training sessions. Then we have audit and financial planning as well. So every transactions that has been there, we can control those transactions and how we can complete our audit trainings or audit processes. So this is that area that we will cover it up in our core training or core Workday module, financial modules. On the basis of reports, you can make your planning, and that planning is basically helps you out to make decisions onward for your business, for your organizations. So that how we'll have this planning in Workday. We will see some by default features and some customized features. We can build it for this area. So journey started from key modules, that is general ledger. Then we have accounts payable and account receivables. Then we have a cash management, assets management. Then we have procurement, expenses, and project and grants management. This is made overall Workday Financials modules that normally a Workday offered. So, but we will cover it up here: general ledger, accounts payable, receivables, cash management, procurement, and expenses. Because assets and program projects and grant management is the different modules which require a separate 30 to 40 hours training. But in this our training, we will cover it our main core areas, that is 2 and 5 and 6. Okay. So we will cover it up in this Workday Financial module. These are the Workday core concepts. Okay. Workday core concepts means what are the concepts of organization in Workday? Is there any question? I think please ask any question. Yeah. If you have any question, please feel free to ask the questions. I will answer those questions in a detailed way. So just in the previous slide, you show up the modules. So just one question. That's if are for any financial consultant or analyst. So that questions or that kind of challenges we have to face in our real time scenario, or they know it's like this module are not covering this, so we don't have to like liable for to manage that kind of question, the challenges. Okay, so there are two points that I will explain. Number one, the question perspective. One is the real-time environmental or the interview questions. That definitely we will cover it up. Second part of your question is that with the modules that we are covering, we will explain it in a detailed way. But the areas that is required a separate concept or the training. So basically every employer or every organization is looking a person who has a good grip on these 4 to 5 modules that we are covering in this training. If you deal with this in a good way and you got the skills, then you can learn these things by yourself as well. There's no restrictions and you can answer those questions, easily. But definitely we will cover it up: this general ledger, P2P process, O2C process, cash management process, procurement and expenses. You can answer those questions easily. That would be, part of our training as well. Yeah, so the basic question is like in the time when they hire as like financial consultant and payroll consultant, as like payroll consultant handling only the payroll. So in this financial, like they already make a separate hiring for the asset management and project and grants management, or they are looking into in one umbrella. Okay, so this is basically grant management is a different applications within the Workday. This is a different applications. Okay. And the grant management, projects management, and the assets management are different for guys in the market. But normally, what happened if you get this training, okay, and you are been part of any organizations, then they may ask you that, okay, fine, we have to implement assets management. So because you have a good concept from this training and from these modules, then you can easily go with the asset management as well. You just need to understand the process. This main configuration, we will focus it that will help you out to implement this asset management as well. There can be a separate guy or financial analyst in the market. Normally we can see in the job market, in the LinkedIn as well, that they need a grant manager or grant management analyst or grant management specialist. But if I give my example, for example, I put myself as an example. I in the last 10 years, I started my career in the financials part. Okay, in this for 1 and 2, this I took some training from within the organization, and now I can deal with cash management by itself. That's I didn't take any help from anyone. Asset management, procurement management, six is expenses, and the grant management specialist as well. So I learned these things from this core concept that I did learn from here, and the same concept I will share with you, so that in the market, if someone is the job that we are looking for a project billing specialist, then you can excel yourself easily. There is no challenge for you to understand these concept or these modules. Okay.
Yeah, thank you
I
so
hope
much.
that's it.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
So someone has another question. Does Workday has a separate module for commitment control? I have never heard of that. But
I can I can comment this. Look.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sorry. So commitment control is basically related with procurement. So where the commitment that has been made that you are going to purchase it and you are going to pay it. So the commitment control is covered up in the procurement area, but this cover it up as separate accounting. So probably that we cannot cover it up here, the accounting perspective, but the process perspective, I will cover it up here in our training. So that is built in within the procurement and the GL model. This is a two module relation. Okay, then do we have contracts module? Yes, there is a two module. One is a supplier contracts and the customer contracts. So both modules are there, but we will not cover it up because that requires separate 30 hours training. Because in that modules we have revenue recognition, deferred revenue recognition, billing schedule is there. For detailed concept or the advanced financial concepts are there. Okay, any other question from
Yeah,
anyone?
do
Feel
you
free to ask any
guys
question. Yes.
do you guys also cover, like, there's a new module called services CPQ, configure, price and quote, where they have opportunities, quotes and all quoting process, which converts into projects. Like, do you guys?
No, that we are not covering that part because that is advanced level. So we are covering the financials, majorly financials here. General ledger,
Okay.
accounts payable, receivables, cash management, procurement, and expenses.
Is it a part of different training, or like
Yes,
that you
that is a
guys?
separate training. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Place.
Yes.
So if you guys see the cohort details, the link is posted in there in your chat. That has all the modules which we cover, because this is for people who are first timers to Workday Finance. We can only cover all of these modules as part of this training. Okay. Some of these modules which you guys are talking about are advanced level. Yes, we do have for corporate level, we have every module, we cover. We have about HCM, all the modules under HCM, payroll, finance, reporting, analytics, everything we cover. Over 50 modules we have done trainings for, but that's corporate level. Okay. For individuals at this point, we have this people who are first timers to finance. We cover these modules. Okay. All right. Keep going, Maddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question, please.
Yeah, go ahead, Bilal.
My question is, the first question is, if you leave these two modules out from the training, they will not be tested in the certification. That is one question. And the second one is, if we want to study these two modules that you said will not be covered, are you going to give us a training material so that we can learn by ourselves or not?
Okay. So look, you can answer the certification question, and then second question I will answer.
Go ahead and answer the second question. Certification I'll cover at the end.
Okay. So no, yes. So if because this is not the two module, this is basically four module, because within the projects we have three modules, and grant management we have five modules there, which cover the contracts, so customer contract as well. But yes, if you are looking for any helping material, then we can provide this to you. There is no problem. You can we will basically support you for onward, learning perspective. So no worry about it. We will support you whenever you need it for any new learning. But that is something that we can provide you the Workday materials, not the real-time project material. That would be a challenge for us. Okay.
I think there's a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, in this course, you're going to cover the financial knowledge plus the workday knowledge combined, both for somebody who does not have
Yes.
any background in finance, right? For example, let's
Yes.
say brand new to finance, right?
Yes, you're right. Basically, what happened when a new person who is shifting their career from any other ERP like SAP, PeopleSoft, and or a technical person who has the technical knowledge but not have the functional knowledge. So obviously, that guy needs some basics information or basics concepts of financials. So we will cover it up those financial concepts in every steps. For example, like I'm session is our revaluation. What is a reevaluation? Why we need to have this reevaluation? Oh, why? What is the purpose to utilize that reevaluation concept in work in real time environment? Once that concept will be clear, then we will move on to the workday and demonstrate you or give you the idea that what are the key steps to get the or to run the revaluation within the journal ledger. Revaluation is basically our advanced financial concepts. So don't worry about it. We will build up this training from the basics to advanced level.
So functional wise, like financial wise, it's good. But technical, do we also need some technical knowledge? Somebody needs an ERP experience or something, or no? Like let's say
No,
somebody
no,
who's
no
not,
worry, no
who's
worry,
not
no worry. If you don't have any ERP knowledge or technical knowledge, don't worry about it. As I mentioned you earlier, yeah, as you mentioned you earlier, that within this and this training, we are taking basics. Basics means that you don't have any experience. You never heard about core concepts. What is a debit and credit? But just you heard that you spend some money there. You utilize your credit card in your departmental store. Now on the departmental store perspective, sorry, what are the core concepts of accounting that would be applied on the any credit transaction? We will discuss it here. So this 40-hour package, basically 40-hour sessions, 1 hour each day, we will build up the concept first and then we will design this, or we can build up the same concept on the workday. So no worry about it.
sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So, Mandy, if we go for certification, do we go for advanced level or we can go for
Definitely.
within these courses enough knowledge
Definitely.
to for? Okay, okay.
Because why? Because this certification is not just like SAP or Oracle. For Oracle, now the Oracle has also designed some practice or some demo session as well, because they give you the scenario, you have to build it up. Here, the same way in the certifications, they will give you the scenarios and you have to build up these things over the workday. And that you have to submit the assignments. And that assignments is basically evaluate or give them idea that have you done this in a efficient way or not. Okay. For example, I just, because this is a very important question that you did ask, there is a requirement from they have given you in the certification that you have to submit an invoice with the business process where the manager will approve it, but your director is, for example, is rejected. Now there are different ways that I can build up that control, this business process. But if you made this in a correct way, then they will give you the certification. Okay. Otherwise they will not, you will not succeed, and they will give you very 1 or 2 marks less so that you will not be certified. So basically they are checking the skills there, not the only just MCQs question. They are checking your knowledge, they are checking your skills, they are checking your concepts within the workday and within the workday financials. Okay. So if
So
you have
another thing I wanted to tell you guys was the structure of your certification is not MCQs. It's MCQ is scenario based questions, and I think another one. So they it's not just configuration type questions. Yeah. So there are certifications are in Workday are very tough to clear. Okay. It's not easy, and the passing score is also very high. And on top of that, it's very expensive. I'll explain you all of that stuff here very soon. Okay. To give me some time, let the trainer let Maddie finish everything, and then I'll explain you how the certification works. Okay, go ahead, Maddie.
So this in this year that organization, financial accounting, financial events, what is the domains, what is the domain core concept within the Workday? Because domains and the is the base for the Workday application. So we will discuss this domain in a very detailed way. Then reporting, security, domains and security are correlated. We will discuss in the business process. 4, 6, and 7. These are the basis of Workday application. So we will build it up over 1 or 2 and 3 on 4, 5, and 6. And based on these 6 blocks, we will build our reporting. So these core concepts, we will complete it our training and the financial concept that we will cover it up. And finally, what is the organization? What is security, financial events, domains? Organization is basically is very important concept. Without organization, you cannot complete any module. If I talk about the financial module, GL, AP, AR, grant management projects, if you don't have a good concept of organizations, you cannot learn it, you cannot configure it properly. Then the security and the domains. Security is how you can control your application, how you can provide the access to the individuals. Your manager required reports which he wanted to be shared with the director only, not with any person. So how you can control that is through security. Any financial events, like for example, an invoice has been created for your asset projects, and that you wanted to control for your director only, not any other person can view those invoices. We can control it. That is your financial event. And the domain concept is the, as I mentioned, that is a base for all of your tasks and activities. That is report, task, instances, report field, data sources. What are the concepts? What are these concepts? Data sources is very important. That is a backbone of your reporting. We will discuss these data sources in very detailed way. So these are the core concept that we have it. Business process, like I mentioned, that you have a supplier invoices, you want to approve it from your manager, you want to review it from your director, and finally the it should be approved from your CEO. That we will cover it up in the business process. Financial accounting, financial framework, how to build it up. Those financial accounting you can do it by yourself. In your organization, for example, your manager required that financial accounting is incorrect, how you can explain those things, how you can rectify those things, that we will cover it up those financial accounting. And obviously reporting perspective, how you can build up those reports in the core concept, we will discuss in a very detailed way. Because in Workday there is a separate report, Workday report structure, step by step, from simple report to advanced report. That's called advanced report, then matrix report, and the comparative reports that is there. Navigation and part perspective, business object. Business object is just like an Excel sheet that normally we enter the data in the system. Similarly, Workday we have a and business object we have two type of business objects. One is the from business object and two business objects. We will discuss this one that is there. So that business concept we have to discuss it in we will discuss it in a detailed way. Then what is a tenant setup? What is a tenant? How many types of tenant? Which tenant will be used in a configuration? Which tenant will be used in the implementation? We will discuss in the tenant step perspective. So this is a new, okay, Workday Financial. This is related with the business object again. That is the new object-oriented cloud computing software solution to handle financial needs and business objective. Navigation through Workday is made simple through the use of powerful search capabilities and multiple navigation here. So here that is the navigations that we have it, and this is the structure we can build it up for our Workday applications. So this is a business object that I have explained. That is the worksheet in the Excel. We have rows and column. Business object also deals with the same way. We can correlate one business object with the other business object that is there. Workday uses a very powerful object action module that drives navigation and reporting. We did explain you, but we will do it in a detailed way. Yeah. Then these business objects are correlated. For example, this is one example where supplier is a business object and that is linked with other business object. Supplier is at the mid. So supplier is linked with contract, with purchase order, with parent and child supplier relationship. So without supplier, you cannot create invoices. So business object supplier is linked with invoices, and that invoice is you are going to pay that in the payments that is linked with the invoice business object, and payment is make it through bank account. So bank account is another business object. So how this is structured or the hierarchy has been made, that is through business object. Then there is search bar that is there. Okay, this is typically a Workday application. So if I can show you a Workday application, just give me 1 minute, then I can share with you.
For those of you who are new, that is a tenant. Your trainer is showing the tenant live. For those of you who already know, just ignore it.
So will we get access to multiple tenants or just one tenant? Like this is an impl tenant, right? So
It's not it's implementation. So you
yeah,
will
so
get a GMS tenant.
just one, right? Okay.
You only need one for training. I mean,
Okay.
GMS is built for training.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
A lot of people here are new, so that's why I have to explain everything in detail.
Is anyone talking? Or is it mute?
No, he's showing me the tenant.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's unmuted, I know. Okay. So this is basically implementation preview tenant. We will discuss this tenant type like sandbox, implementation preview, implementation configuration, or prototype tenants. Why we need to have this tenant. We will discuss those tenant in a very detailed way. But for the training perspective, as Alok mentioned, that we will have a GMS tenant that help us to learn the Workday Financial. There is what is the key differences that we have it. Normally, every tenant almost the same. There is, you can say, 2 or 3% that is changed. Rest of the tenants are the same. But how to navigate those tenants, how to manage those tenant dashboard, how you can manage this you can we will learn these things in our training. And then we have a search bar is very flexible because whenever you perform any activity, the search bar is our main key area. Without search we cannot search it. But if you have a concept, yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Is tenant similar to instance, kind of dev instance, test instances, something like that?
Yes. Dev
Kind of
instance
an environment.
Yes, environment. Yes. Workday use the
Okay.
word tenant instead of application or environment. Okay. Tenant is like in Oracle we have a dev, we have test. Similar way we have implementation, sandbox, and sandbox preview tenant.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so I was highlighting for any report, for any task, for any search perspective, we have this search bar. For example, I want to search or people, then I will click over this button and then search as that is John. System will search only a person or the worker here in this application, John. But if I want to search any related to my, for example, task and reports, I want to search the financials accrual report. So all the searches, our accrual report is receipt accrual reports, invoice accrual reports is there. This is a financial term we will discuss, but this basically help us out to search that item. But you can use the abbreviation as well, like DT is my custom report, RDT suppliers. So system will search only report here. How we can use this abbreviation, we will discuss in our training. How we can, learn this abbreviation, we will discuss in our training in a detailed way. Only reports are coming. You can see at the top is the name of report, and then this is a mention there. This is a name mention. So if I want to search a business object, I discussed it before. BO is my business object of supplier. Now supplier business object has been linked here with the catalog, category, change, classification. These are there. So we will discuss this search bar in a very detailed way. Like if I want to create company, and now without any abbreviation, without any help, I just create my company here. How to create a company, financial company. What is a reorganization concept? Like I have this company. So this is a company creation form. What are the fields? What are the organizations concept here? We will discuss this in a way. So this is what that just let me go back. Yeah. So this is a navigation or header information that I was showing you earlier. So search bar, we have discussed the search bar. Some example I have put it there. We will discuss this each and every area very detailed way. Notifications, so how to build up a notification. Like I want to send a notification of report. I want to send a notification of financial information. So this is a notification bar that we have it. Inbox is inbox and profile. Let me show you this inbox. Just give me 1 minute. Let me see that what are the areas. Yes, application header, business object we have discussed. Okay, now last thing that I will share then. Okay, so here every individual have their profile. So right now I'm a person of a profile API user. This is a dummy name or the dummy profile that we have it. Then this is a notification that we can receive or we can manage. So this is a termination notification, some general information notification. So an inbox within the Workday, we have one inbox where we receive certain notification. What is the difference between this bell icon and this inbox? Basically, bell icon is just for notification. You just receive a notification that someone terminated, someone report has been generated. But on this inbox, you have to perform certain action as well. So right now, for this, just give an example, supplier, major vendor, this here I'm having this action, approve and set back. So reject it. Normally I never did this, but for demo perspective, I'm rejecting and send it back. So what is why we are rejecting? We have sent it back. So this is basically a business process. How to build up these kind of business process. A business process is here. You can see detail and business process. And here, what are the business process steps that we have it? Here I can show you. Yeah, this one is there. 10 possible duplicates. This is the bank accounts information. Workday reports are there as well. So contact information. So these some informations related with this actions that is there. This is a supply event business process, and this is a business information. Oh, sorry, business process, trigger point or initiation. How to design these kind of business process we will discuss in a very detailed way in our security and domain section. So this is what that information that we have it. Every page, every report can be downloadable with any within seconds. What that means, like for example, I have a report like that. Let me open up a report. I have supplier invoice report. So I would type it here, report RDT supplier. So supplier contract. So this is a report. Okay, this is custom report. So I want to execute this report. So I just run it directly from here. Multiple ways to run this report, but this is a report that we have it. I can download to Excel, I can download to PDF. So just simple export and download. No problem. You can filter those data as well. I want to filter it by not equal to is empty. All the empty data. System automatically places a filter within that. Total records are 102 out of 87 are filtered. So this is what called a report and report downloads that you can maintain. You can build up those reports graphs as well. How to build up those report graphs in a graphical mode, we will discuss in our customer report section. Okay, so any question? This is a quick overview about this Workday Financials. Any question with the training perspective, then I will hand it over to Alok for to give you the idea about certification. But no question? Yes, over to you, Alok, on the certification area. That
Sounds good. Sounds good. I will cover that. Stay here for a little bit because some of the questions they might ask, I would not know the answer. Okay.
Okay, no problem. I'm here.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds good. All right. If you can see my screen, please say, ping, say something. Yes, no, whatever.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds good. So before I jump into the certification side and explain you what is this certification, how we can help you, let me start quickly with once you join our training program, what do you get? Okay, let's cover that right away. So I'm showing you a learning management system. This is our LMS for Workday HCM. It's very, very simple. We keep it very light. So it loads up pretty fast and you have access to all the materials. This is just a sample I'm showing you right now. So once you sign up with us, you will have access to a learning management system, which is going to look like this. We build our learning management systems on 2 platforms, MS SharePoint and Google Sites. Again, because it's easy, it's fast, it loads up pretty fast. There is no dependencies on other websites or anything. So you're going to have access to something like this. You can open it up on your cell phone, any device, anytime, 24/7, as long as you're logged in to your email ID. So I'm logged into my Gmail ID, I can open it up. If you try to open this up in an incognito window, it will not, because it uses the social login and then basically Gmail login or other logins to open it up. You will have this place where you can raise your ticket. If you have a ticket about you cannot log in, you're not getting the video recordings or whatever, you cannot open something, all that stuff will be here. The course curriculum, like for our HCM program, is divided into 3 programs, fundamentals, HCM, job readiness, all that stuff will be detailed, explained here. Now I'm going to cover this part of materials. Okay. Again, this is just a sample. I'm just showing you HCM as a sample. But before I explain you about the materials, I'll jump straight into the video recording side. Every session, including the session you are attending right now, is video recording. Your video recordings will be posted here straight. You can come watch that. It takes about 24 hours to edit the video and render it and post it here. But you will have all the video recordings here at all times. You will have access to these video recordings for a year. These are the recordings of the live session. We do not post recordings of a previous session or none like that. Everything which you see, which you attended, let me put it that way. You will have the recordings of those sessions right here. Meeting links, like the one you got, you will have the meeting links. You can join the session. Whatever topics was covered will be here. How many hours was covered, total number of hours, all that stuff. So if this, due to some tenant and availability, this was canceled, some sessions were canceled, this is mentioned here. Attendance, we're very, very keen about the attendance. Everything is monitored. Because, at the end of your training, to receive a certificate of completion, which is very important, I'll show you why it is very important. You will have to complete at least 80%. You will have to attend at least 80% of your live sessions. Now let's jump back to the certification side of HCM. So when you are attending the training, your trainers will have access to all these materials, including you guys as well. Your trainers will use all these PowerPoints, like the one you saw, to do the training. They will also use the assessment documents, which are right here, lab activity documents, case studies, and the trainer will share some of their own documents. Everything is posted here. So you don't have to go through your email, look for this, look for that, all of that stuff. You don't have to do none of that. Just come to one place, everything will be here. Okay. Let me show you a little bit about just randomly, I'm opening something. Just take a look at this. Let's go to the lab activity document. Again, just random. Opening one. So this is how each and if you see, everything is built in-house by ZaranTech. We build everything from ground up. So this is how your materials are going to look like. These are your capstone projects, again, built so you can do your case studies, all of that stuff. Everything is available here. Now, for our HCM program, those people who are interested in taking the certification, we actually work on certification materials as well. So for example, this is a 100 question MCQ built for HCM certification to help our students. Scenario-based questions. Again, built for certification, HCM certification. You will have access to task-oriented questions. Again, now this format of HCM certification is a previous format before November 1st. That's why you're seeing 3 different certification study material for this, but that is a different format. I'm going to explain you the format of the certification, which has changed from November 1st onwards, 2024. Okay. So our team builds all the materials for certification. Again, this is just a sample I'm showing you for HCM. Similarly, you will have the materials for financial management as well. See all the materials we post here to help our participants clear the certification. Now, if this is clear and you're clear with this, let me know and I'll close this and we'll go jump on to the next person. Next item. If you have any question, please ask.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, these materials are built by
ZaranTech.
ZaranTech. But do we have access also to Workday materials?
No, we are not Workday.
Okay.
Workday uses their own materials for training. We don't use Workday's logos in our materials. We don't use any of Workday's content in our material.
Okay.
Yeah, but these materials are 10 times better than theirs. But just telling you, because we have experience, a lot more experience in training. Okay?
Okay.
Any other questions? That's a good question, though. Nobody ever asked me that question. So thank you for asking that question.
So for practicing, we refer to this material and then we'll have access to the tenant 24/7?
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Okay.
So for practicing, what you will do is you will go to the tenant. You'll finish session 1, session 2, session 3. You'll go to the tenant. You will practice based on the lab exercise.
The tenant will be a separate or shared? So like within 2 persons tenant?
No, our tenants are 24/7 given to one person. So I understand where you're coming from. If you go on Google and type in Workday Finance Training or HCM Training, you will see 10 other companies come up and they offer you a tenant access and 10 students join. Each student is given tenant access for 2 hours or 3 hours. None of that happens with us. One person?
No, I am talking about yours. Previously, I already attend the ZaranTech HCM live training, and also that also provided HCM tenant. But after the training 4 session done, when we already start joining, then they said shared tenant means me and another person in the US, and we have to time share.
When was this?
It's from the HCM ZaranTech, the previously live training which I attend.
Which one? When did you attend?
Just
last year? In the beginning of last year?
Yeah.
Okay. From that time
not
onwards,
even the beginning, in the mid of the last year, I think.
Yeah.
August or September.
Back then we were depending on other people's tenant. Now we have our own tenant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you have access to Each person, one tenant.
No, that's
Right?
good.
You will have 24/7 access. One
Good.
person, one tenant, user ID, password. You will have 24/7 access.
Okay. And second thing I want to ask, you just said like this recorded video only for 1 year we can access, or it's for lifetime, or we
You
can.
will have access to this LMS, learning management system, for 1 year. Yes.
But we cannot see our recording.
If you are attending the sessions, training sessions, and if you are watching the video for more than 6 months, there is already some problem. You understand what I'm saying, right? So if you are attending a training and you are watching the videos for more than 6 months and you're going through it again and again, there is a problem already. So we will address that problem with you because you have not done your training right or you did not practice. Having access to materials or videos for 1 year or 10 years does not make any sense. What makes sense is for you to get that job between that time of 1 year. That's the whole intention. The download or the access to the video, that's not intention. Our intention is to give you that urgency to find that job, to read that, to go through that content. That's our urgency. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's say it's sometimes it's a different challenge, and if you want to see that's after 6 months or
If you have the videos are provided to you for 1 year, but if you do, like for example, you're right, there are some situations where a person has some emergency come up and they're gone for 8 months or something. Just let us know, we'll extend it. We don't have any issues for
Okay.
that. What I'm saying is it's not like a mandatory. We want to push you to learn things, to go through your interviews and clear your interviews. Okay, that's our agenda.
Yeah. Okay. Then if we
Our
want,
agenda is not
you can
just like
extend.
charge you, take the money, and then forget about you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to this. So I have covered everything on the LMS side. I will close this. I'll go to the next part where you can see this. So now all of you have access to this document we have shared with you guys. This is the Workday Financial Management cohort document. This cohort document has everything in it. All that details you need is in it. Okay. If you scroll down to the cohort, you'll see all the details about your training, the curriculum, the modules which is covered, all of that stuff. We also talk about the trainer details, everything else. You can make the payment links. Some people want to make a payment, EMI payment or installment payment. Those are also available through Klarna and Afterpay. Then people have questions about certification. It's all here. After we introduce you to the Workday Partner Company, what are the costs for the courses and the certifications is mentioned here. Details about the certification is mentioned. Workday Pro Record to Report certification, Procure to Pay services certification, and your contract to cash. These are the certification. I'll talk about it in a little bit. At the end of your training, once you've completed your training, your certificate of completion is very important. Why? And this is a verifiable certificate of completion you will receive from us. Once you receive that, I'll show you what that does. Once you click the certificate of completion, it will directly, I'm just again showing you a sample of HCM because that's available right now. It is verifiable. Your next employer can verify with us that you have completed a training with us. Okay. And the best part of this is that you can directly take this certification and add it to your profile. You do want to do that. Why do you want to do that? I'll show you why you want to do that in a little bit. Once you add this and you tag ZaranTech, we in fact promote your profile. And I'll show you some example. Again, I'm not going to share this because I'm no Workday HCM consultant. So I'm just showing you as an example. And then also a lot of people, what they do is they add it to their profile under certification, I think awards and certification on LinkedIn. And then what happens, we as ZaranTech, because we are so popular on LinkedIn, we promote your profile on our LinkedIn community. I'll show you that as well. Now, let me show you some of these people as an example. Very small number of people we posted here just so people can see what other people are doing. We have a list of people. In November, we trained about 156 students. We made a post, and these are all the students who posted their own certificate of completion, which they availed from ZaranTech. It's on LinkedIn. So as you can see, all these Kurt Austin, he's a PeopleSoft consultant. He took the training from us for HCM, posted the certificate of completion. Once they post the certificate of completion, what happens? We take that certificate, we take your post because you have tagged us as a tech. We take your post and we promote it on our profile. Not just that profile, we promote it right here. Our profile has 16,000 followers. That is just our learner community. We post it straight into the learner community. And on top of that, we also post it on our ZaranTech page, which has another, I don't know exactly the numbers, but total on LinkedIn, we have over 400,000 followers. So again, ZaranTech also has 16,000 followers. As you can see, we are very big on LinkedIn. We have all these communities. For example, our SAP community has about 90,000 followers, 90,000. Our data science community has about 170,000 or 160,000 followers. So we've got a lot of different communities where we are the owners of these community, and we build 150,000 followers. So we post your certificate and you showcasing you. That helps you with a lot of people. Like you just saw Kurt Austin, when they posted, a lot of people comment because we are commenting, ZaranTech is commenting, everybody's commenting. So then that's why we always tell you, showcase your certificate of completion. Let the future employers see it. That's the main advantage of your certificate of completion. Okay? So that's why we tell you to do all this stuff. So your certificate of completion is here. You can showcase that. Now, let's just jump after this. And if you want more information about our corporate training, you can just go here, take a look at our corporate training catalog, how many programs we offer. We offer quite a lot of programs under Workday. All that stuff. We offer all these courses. There is no course we don't offer under Workday. So you can see that if your employer, if your company is wanting this. Okay, let's jump into the certification side. So, all right, let's talk about this. So as you all know, if the only way to get certified, you might have already heard this, the only way to get certified is to be an employee of a customer company or an employee of a partner company. Okay. So what is the normal process of getting certification? So let's say you are Workday Finance, not Workday Finance, sorry, you're finance, MBA Finance. A company comes, a customer company comes, a partner company comes to your college, picks you up, trains you on Workday. And then they pay for your certification to Workday, which is they'll pay for this, and they'll let you, and they'll pay for this, and you will take the certification. Okay, that's the normal process. So they'll pay for your course, they'll pay for your course, 2 courses, and then they'll pay for your certification, and then you get certified. Once you get certified, you will have access to learning.workday.com because your employer has opened an account for you, and you can go ahead and take the courses because they bought the credits for you. Now, when I say credit, understand 3,200 is 4 credits. Each credit is 800. So once you have that credit bought by your employer, you can take the certification. Take the courses, 1 course, 2 course, certification. Okay. Normally what happens is, let's say you take a training program from us or anybody else. Not us, let's say anybody else. What is the process? What happens? You took the training. That's it. After that, you are in the market looking for a job. You cannot get certified. This is the cycle most people are stuck in. I cannot get a job because I'm not certified. I'm not certified because I cannot get a job. That is a cycle most people stuck at. Okay. Because to get certified, you have to be employed. To be employed, you have to get certified because your chances of getting a job increases 4x. There are over so many consultants working in projects under Workday customers. Most of the customers, 4 years of experience, 5 years of experience, still not certified. Why? Because the certification process works like this. So let's say you're working for an employer who's a customer. Let's take customer as a company. After about so many years of working with the employer, you will reach out to your employer manager and be like, hey, I want to get certified. Then your employer has to buy these credits from Workday, pay for you to take their course, and then pay for you to take the certification. Your employer does that. That is the actual process. Now, how does ZaranTech help you to get certified? What we do is that we have collaboration with sales companies, Workday Sales, Workday Service, and Workday Staffing partner companies. They can also get you certified. But the only difference here is instead of your employer paying for the certification, you pay for the certification yourself. Without our being in this whole thing for you guys, you cannot get certified until you get a job with a customer company. This is the main reason a lot of people choose us, is because we can get you certified. So what is the process? After you go through our training program and you've completed everything successfully, you've gone through so many hours of training, so many hours of practice. We recommend practice of 100 hours on the tenant, minimum. Once you've done that, once you reach a point where you know that, okay, I think I'm ready to take the certification, you're going to reach out to your learning consultant on ZaranTech's website, whoever you're working with, you are going to tell them, hey, I'm ready for the certification. At that point, we will introduce you to the staffing partner company by sending an email. They'll ask for a lot of details and everything like that. And then once we introduce you, let them know which certification you want to go for. After that, they will send you all the details, and then they'll send you the amount, how much you have to pay. Once you pay them directly, they will open an account for you on learning.workday.com, and then you can schedule your courses and you can schedule your certification and get certified. That is the whole process. Under Workday HCM, sorry, my bad. Under Workday Finance, you have Workday Record to Report Services Certification. Again, these are all procure to pay, contracts to cash. These are all for the financial entry certifications. Now, understand one thing. The courses itself are optional. I've seen many times people study so well that they reach out directly to our partner company, which we have referred you, and they directly go for the certification instead of going through the courses because they're confident that they don't need those courses. Now, these are optional. Either you can take their course, and each of these certification, please take a look. Financial management for administrator is common. So you don't have to take this again and again every time. So let's say you want to go for all three. You will take this first by paying $3,000. You'll take a 4-day course. Then you'll take this course. And then you will pay for this and you will get this certification once you clear. There is no 2 attempts, only 1 attempt. That's the process. And once you are certified, this one, you will be Workday Pro Record to Report Services Certification. I have to say it exactly. That's why I'm saying it slow. That's the whole process. So now I've seen many a times people they are very confident. They study very well. They can literally ignore these 2 and directly go for this. Okay. So that's the whole process of certification. Now, before someone asks me this question and say, oh, what about implementer certification, right? You don't need an implementer certification in the beginning of your career. You only need Workday Pro, because if you do get implementer certified, you're not going to be put in projects anyways because you don't have real-time experience. So what we recommend is, sorry, I have to get back to that. So,
can you please share the list?
What's the difference between implementer certification and pro certification, which is a good one?
1 second. Let me just make this little bigger so you can see this. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, and am I understanding this correct? Once we take the training completely, successfully complete the training from ZaranTech, and if we think that we are confident enough, and is it optional to not take the first 2 courses? Am I hearing this correctly? Or is it mandatory?
It's optional for you. It's optional for you to take the course or not. It's optional. You can directly go here.
Let me rephrase my question. So do I still need to pay that $3,200?
No.
2 times.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's
if
what
it
I'm
is,
asking.
enroll in the course. If you want to take the course from Workday, then you have to pay this.
Yeah, but
you
if
think you are very confident and you've done 120 hours of practice on the system and you've gone through all the documentation we have provided and everything like that. Let's say you're confident enough. You've read everything what there is. And you're confident enough you can clear this. I would suggest just directly, once we have referred you to the service partner company, directly tell them that, hey, I want to take this and I want to take the courses. Done. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm novice to Workday, but what I heard is although we complete training from the third parties, but if we want to attempt the certification, it is mandatory to take the Workday training as well. So maybe based on what you're,
who's the source of your information?
It's a friend of mine who is working in Workday already. So he told me that, but he might be wrong. So I was just checking. That's why I was cross-checking.
It was mandatory before. After November 1st, things have changed. That's why I was kind of mentioning. November 1st, 2024, the certification has changed. Okay. Maybe that's what they're mentioning. I'm not sure. But as you can see, this is document from our partner company. So this is all here. Okay. Somebody asked me another question before this. What was that question, please?
How many? The person only was asking, what is the difference between the pro certification and the implementer certification?
If you are a novice to Workday and Workday Finance, which all of you are, do not worry about implementer certification at this point. Okay. I'll tell you why. Implementer certification is basically an implementer ID. Okay. Implementer ID is if you can do implementation, be a part of the team in implementation. regardless of if you have a certification or not. An implementer ID, once you get it, you can apply for partner companies, because partner companies only have implementer IDs. Partner companies will do implementation. So their employees need to have an implementer ID. Let's say you are a fresher out of college. For some reason, you cleared all this and you got your implementer ID, you cleared that too. Still, you're not going to be on a project, on implementation. Why? You don't have any hands-on experience. So our suggestion for all the novices is go finish your pro certification, get hands-on experience, and worry about implementer later on. And also another thing I always tell people is there's lots of information people are providing all over the place. Half of them, more than half of them, don't even know what the hell they're talking about. A lot of them don't know. Trust me. We've got 16 years into this. We know inside out of how these things work. People just talk because they don't know. If you have any question, you can always reach out to us because we know the information, because we talk to the actual people's partners, customers, actual certified consultants. We talk to them straight. We talk to them about how your certification was, what type of questions was there. How does the proctoring work? What is the setup of a proctor? All that stuff we talk about. So we have the real information. Your trainer right now, Maddie, certified trainer, he can tell you exactly how the certification is. What is the type of questions, what you have to prepare for, not multiple choices, all that stuff we tell you. And we prepare documents based on that. So for example, if someone's really interested in this, I'll show you something else. Give me 1 second. We also prepare a lot of ebooks, guides to help our community. I'm just opening this book. I don't know why it is taking so much time. We have prepared a 222-page document, which talks about Workday HCM certification. When you have time, please go ahead and download this. This is as per November 1st, free. This is your Bible for certification, but it's only for HCM. As it says, effective November 2024. Now, why did we prepare all this document to help you? Is because Workday does not have any information outside of the community for people who are new. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult to get that information. So we have gathered all the information by talking to our experts and everything, and gathered and made this document for you. To become a community member, you have to be an employee of a company which has Workday. All right. I'm going to take that other question the other person had. Please ask your question.
How many attempts for the certification exam?
One.
Just one. If you fail once, we can't give it again anytime.
I don't know that. Last time they had this 2, but after November 1st, what I heard was 1 attempt. And if you fail, I think you can by paying again.
Okay.
But again, don't quote me on that. I've already asked somebody about this information. Okay. You can always reach out to us and we will answer that, because I want to give you a confirmed answer. Okay. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And
again, please understand this. If you are going to Google, finding out Workday finance training and taking a training from someone, please understand, nobody can get you certified.
Yes.
They don't have partnership or collaborations with staffing, sales, and service partner companies. ZaranTech is the only company.
And you were showing a document which has list of all the certifications in it. For not this one.
Correct.
Is this the same document, like which had HCM certification, payroll certifications, all the different certifications, right?
Yes. Yeah. I have actually posted in your cohort for financial. I've posted this screenshot. My team posted this.
Yeah. Is it possible, like, if you can share, like, all the certifications,
we cannot.
That you cannot?
No.
Okay.
Because
I'd like to understand the differences, especially if one wants to take this financial management, Is it
what is that? Can you repeat your question, please?
I said, now you have shown us these various certifications for the financial management, right? So are we supposed to take all of them, say contracts to cash, all the things you have shown us here, or we can just take one of it and we should be good to go? Or is it better?
That depends on. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead, please. I thought you were done. Go ahead, please.
Oh, no. I was just saying, is it compulsory that we take, I think you had shared all three different types. Yes.
Right.
So are we to take all 3? Are we to take just one and we'll be fine to get a job? How does that work?
Maddie, I will ask you that question because, obviously finance is a very expensive deal to get into, because if you want to go, what I have heard is like you can go with the record to report and that'd be more than enough. But then again, I'm wrong, might be wrong. So Maddie, I would really expect your wise input here.
Yes, look, to some extent, you are right, but it depends on the job that you are looking for.
Yeah. I was saying.
Yeah, so that's then you can opt the certification accordingly. For example, I am good enough in the pro record to report, then I will go for it. I am good
Right.
enough in the procure to pay, then I will opt that area.
Yeah. No, I did normally answer that question, but I have got this question one more time before also. Is that if I take your training, which one I want to go to? Again, I just said the same exact thing what you're telling me, but Workday recommends all three. So the person who asked that question, ma'am, Workday recommends all three. I would
Okay.
suggest if you have that kind of, I would suggest this. Take my suggestion if you can, if you would. This is what I normally would recommend. If you go through our training program and you are really dedicated, like you want to get certified. Remember one thing, I know a lot of people have asked me this question: what's the point of getting certification when I'm knowledgeable already? I totally get that. I understand that. But just take a look at it. Just take a look at the market. Your chances of jobs increases like 4x to 10x if you're certified in Workday, because Workday certification is not easy. It is an exclusive thing to be certified. You are treated like that too. Workday certification is not easy. If somebody says it's very easy, multiple choice question, just finish it off. No, it's not easy. In fact, the proctoring is also difficult. Like, let's say you're doing this certification online, they will make sure you are in a room where the camera is on. Nobody's in the room. There is only one door in the room. You have to scroll the camera throughout the room, turn 360 degrees so they can see the you have to face the camera, and behind you should be the door. That kind of setup they do. And if there is any other noise, they will remove you from the certification test. So it's very, very strict. So what I would tell you is that if you are going for the certification, just prepare yourself very well. Don't go for the courses. Directly go for this by paying 800. Directly go for this by paying 800. Directly go for this by paying 800. All three under your belt. So that is what I would recommend. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for that. So what I'm also hearing you say is once we take your course, right, and I go through your program, I should also be good enough to write the certification exam. And I don't have to take all these extra courses with the partner anymore.
I did not say that. Our course prepares you for a job and the job market. This certification, you can clear the certification. If you finish our course, on top of that, practice at least 120 to 150 hours on the system. That's what I said.
So how do I get the materials? Okay, so it's just practicing on the tenants that would make me good enough to take the certification? Or are there other materials that I can read to help me pass?
Those materials will be provided in your LMS. We will provide all that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, your training cover all the three Workday Pro certifications, like record to report, procure to pay, and which is the third one, like order to cash?
Maddie, that's you.
Yes.
So the question is like the training for finance management, which is a 40-hour training course, does it cover all the three modules: procure to pay, to report, and contract to cash? All three?
That is, contract is separate. Procure to pay and the record to report, that we will cover it up there. These two courses.
So contract to cash is separate.
That is not it. Contract is a separate area because contract is a very detailed customer contract and supplier contracts are there. So
and also one more thing, what I've heard, I will add that right away. When you are starting your career with Workday Finance, right? Last part, contracts to cash, is not that right away. You don't need to get that right away. Go with the first two and then finish these off, and then you can get your job, because most of the jobs right here. That's a separate module. That's a separate everything. We cover that in a separate course. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody else had a question. Somebody saying something. Go ahead.
I have one question here. Two questions. So my first question is, you're talking about after completing the training, you are expecting us to at least practice for 100 plus hours. So I know that. So in order to practice, right, we should have different scenarios to like configure something, do transactions, or do some reporting and all that stuff, right? Okay. So do you think that you guys have any additional lab or projects that we can utilize and then do that 100 plus hours of study? I'm just kind of
okay. Yeah, let me answer that question. So we have enough material for you to practice number one and number two. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, this is something we're not asking you to go for certification. We're not. Okay. You
Correct.
are actually enrolling for the training program to learn the concepts taught in that Workday Finance program. This is an extra service we offer. Our collaboration started only 7 or 8 months ago. Before that, we were just like any other training company, offering the training and be like, hey, if you want to get certified, get your job. That's it. Because we didn't have any collaborations. Now that we have the collaboration, we wanted to extend that because a lot of people were like, hey, we cannot get certified. Can you help us out? So we established this collaboration, and this is what we're offering. I mean, we don't there is nothing we are making out of this. We're just helping our students get. So for example, we have been asked many a times before, people getting trained from other companies and come to us and be like, hey, can you recommend us to your partner companies so we can get certified? The answer is straight up no.
I totally understood your point. No, right. But I understand that you can't take the ownership of us getting certified, but my point was like after the post training, like if we want to practice or like test out different scenarios, I was just checking like if we have that enough content in the training. So that's what I was trying to.
Okay. It is available for 1 and 2 is available. Yes, absolutely. And also another thing I would really recommend you is connect in the community we have, because there are many people in the community we have who are ready to help, who are certified consultants. Okay. Because our community has that kind of people, So you can ask, hey, if there is a project, if there is an AMS, what you're working on, give me some scenarios, because they're working on real-time projects. You know what I'm saying? So being in that community, connecting to all those certified consultants with 6-7 years of experience helps you. And we provide that resource to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
That answers.
Any other question?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
The last one, the service contract to cash. Are you going to give us the material, though you are not going to cover on the training? Is it possible for us to get the material so that we can get prepared by ourselves?
Yes, okay. If you are looking for Workday guides or Workday releases perspective, yes, we can provide. There is no problem. We can give you maximum support where if you want to learn, if you want to take these skills. But obviously that once you have this training, then onward it would be easy for you to get the idea to learn it by yourself.
Right. And also don't challenge yourself too much, which I always tell people. Clear one. Trust me, once you clear one, you will already have job offers in your hand, because when you post your resume, clear one at a time. I know a lot of times people are like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do the advanced, implementer ID, get all that stuff. Don't go in that route. Get one thing down, get certified. Have that status of Workday certified, and then you can just say Workday Pro Record to Report certification you have under your belt, and then go for the next one, So get trained, get your certification done, get that job, work on that job for so long, get another certification, work on the job, get another one, get all three. Then after so many years of experience, get the implementer ID, apply to the partner company wherever you want to go, and that's your career.
And your training cover security training by module, or like how does it work? Like for example,
we have a Workday security course by itself. It's going to be starting here very soon. Reach out to your learning consultant. They will send you the details. We have a security course starting very soon.
Security is different, but in this course, like in financial, like I think Maddie also mentioned security, right? So we cover basics of security, or what?
I don't know how much security. I think more this.
So what is the range of this?
It's right here.
So will this security be enough for the cost? Say when we're being asked to perform security responsibilities or tasks while working on the project, will the information being given here, will it be enough, or do we need to take that extra security cost?
Maddie, that's a question.
Can you come again with the question? Sorry.
I said the security listed here in Module 7, right? Would it be enough for us to perform our task and our responsibilities? Or do we need to take the additional security cost that is upcoming for us to be able to perform our responsibilities if we're lucky enough to get a job?
No, we will give you enough concept, if enough detail here, you can you can get the idea. You have advanced basically. advanced level security things that we will explain in this training. So no worry about it. If I answer your question properly, that there will not be any issue that you can
So
you don't need to have.
basically whatever you need for security wise, as in a finance consultant, would be
Yeah.
enough. But if you
Gotcha.
want you want to become a security consultant, that won't be enough. Maddie, is that the right answer?
Yes, hello. Yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
I
Thank you.
understand that. I understand it now. Thank you.
Yeah.
And last question about the tenant access, actually, right? So, like you said, in order to get certification, you need to practice at least more than 100 hours, right? Like,
Yeah.
and this training course is around like 2 months, for example, like 2 to 3
Right.
months, right? And we only
Yes.
get access to tenant until the training is over, or do we get access to it later as well?
No, you will have access to the tenant for until the course is over. Your course will be over in 6 to 7 weeks, max 8. You'll have access to the tenant for 2 months. The course fee, which is shown here in this program, actually covers your tenant access for 2 months.
Okay.
Do we have to activate the tenant access immediately?
What is that?
Do we have to activate the tenant access immediately?
No, your trainer will let you know when you have to activate. I mean, we will get you that because in the first few sessions, when he's teaching the basics, theory part, there's no point in activating the tenant because you're not going to practice. So you want to save that tenant days. The day the trainer tells us to get you guys tenant access is the day you will get the access. You will log in. You will have a documentation showing how to log in step by step, everything else. After that, if you want extra tenant access after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, you want to reach out to your learning coordinator. They will get you access cost and everything else. You pay that and you can extend your access.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but so definitely we would need to extend it because as soon as the course is over, it gets finished, right? In case if we want to prepare for certification, then we'll have to extend it definitely, right? Not wrong.
It depends on you. There is 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Right? Right. But
So is my understanding
in the
that
general sense, not to be, yes, you're right. You might want to extend that.
am I understanding this correct? Like, so the tenant will be active only until the course is complete. Is that correct? When the course is ending, or as soon as we complete the course, the tenant access will be gone. Is that my understanding?
No, you will receive the tenant access. You will receive the tenant access when the course starts, not the course ends.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, as soon as we complete the course, the tenant access also will be gone. Is that my understanding?
No, that is not correct. Your tenant, once again, I'll explain you you pay $699 for this course. You get 2 months of tenant access. That's it.
Yes.
And if we need to extend it, we have to pay $149 every month.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Our plan for this course is to complete in 7 weeks, 40 hours.
Okay. And the support from the like trainer, like how long that is, we can reach.
At the end of the training, your support ends.
Okay, so we can't. Okay.
I mean, we have a on-job support or extra support people need when they want somebody to help them clear the interviews, whatever extra stuff. We also have that service. You can hire trainers, instructors. We charge hourly fee, monthly fee, whatever fee. There's a lot of different options. You can reach out to your learning consultant. They'll provide that.
Okay, so this training is only until next 7 weeks, starting 22nd January,
Correct.
right?
Correct. That's the plan.
Okay, and if you need to learn anything more, if you have any doubts, so we have to get other services from you, right? Which you offer. Correct?
I mean, during the training, you will probably finish all your questions and doubts and everything. Your trainer can only stay with you guys for so long. After that, they have their own batches. They have their own
because
schedule.
you mentioned community as well, ZaranTech community. Do we still get access to it like after,
That's this.
Oh, it's just
Your
LinkedIn community. Okay.
Yeah, LinkedIn community. Yes.
Yeah, nothing
You
like
have
Workday community, right?
Yeah, you have 24/7 access here. Yes, absolutely.
And how is it very active? Like, for example, if we have any questions, if we reached out here directly, like, will we get a response?
It's very active, very, very active. We are the only ones who post this much content. Outside of Workday, nobody posts all this content. I mean, if you just go here and just go to all courses and take a look at the documentation and PDFs and ebooks, nobody's posted any of this. The Security Comprehensive Guide, EIB Comprehensive Guide. Nobody posts any of this. All of this is for free.
Yeah. The only thing is about the support. Like after 2 months, it gets finished. So yeah.
You know that's what I'm saying. Everything is a price based. If we would charge like about $3,000, we could have that kind of support. Yes, but that's not what we're charging. So it has to be cost based. Everything is cost based. So our agenda for this particular training is to get you trained, get you that good tenant access for you to practice, get you all the resources so you can do all this stuff within that 2-month period. After that, whatever you want is, reach out to your work learning coordinator and they'll provide you all that. And then we also have a job readiness program, which we will offer, which you get it for free anyways. And the job readiness program helps you with your job readiness program helps you with your resume. I mean, it's a self learning program, how to build your LinkedIn profile, all of that stuff. And then if you just go to our learner community and see how big our community is, the content we have posted, more than 90% of your questions will be answered right there. There's a lot of content we post here, a lot of content.
The question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you mentioned that for the certification, you are going to work with your partners for us to go through them, right? If that's the case, what are they going to benefit this process? I mean, your partners, are they going to restrict us from, looking for a job through them only or what?
But think about what you just asked me one more time.
I'm saying is,
if we do not refer you to the partner company, you're not going to get certified.
Yeah, I know that. But now, by going through your partners, what are the partners benefiting from? I'm just asking.
I can explain you that. Okay, I can explain you that in a detailed call. But let me tell you, there is a big reason why they help us. Okay, if I at this point explain you that, you were not going to understand. Okay, there is a big detailed call I have to have with you. But for now, just worry about just eating the mangoes. Don't count the trees. Okay, we are helping you. You should just worry about that. If I want to explain you why this, that, and everything, I can go into detail and explain you all that stuff. But you're not. It's gonna just be like a bouncer. It'll be a bouncer for you.
Actually, my concern is not about their benefit. My concern is once we get certified, are we going to be restricted to getting the job through them only, or we can go by ourselves?
No. Okay. So that's a question. No. Workday certification is a certification. You can get it from anyone else, anywhere. You can get it from X company, work for Y company. Okay? It's a Workday certification. Who got you certified has no reference to nothing. Who got you certified has no reference to nothing. So, for example, a staffing partner gets you certified and you are certified. You hold that certification through them. You can actually go to learning.workday.com, which is your portal where you have a user ID password, download your certification, showcase that certification on LinkedIn, get a job with Y company. That nobody can restrict you to do nothing. It's a certification they got you. Yes, there will be a name that they got you certified, but that certification just showcases that you got certified. That's it. They cannot restrict you from getting a job from anywhere, with any, who you get a job with. None of that. You are certified consultant. You can get a job with anyone. Is that clear?
Yes, it's clear now.
You also talked about the job trend, salary trends and all. Can you just throw some light on that as well? Can you just let us know?
Do you have a particular question on that?
Yeah, how is the job market? Like, what is the salary we can expect? So starting salary and all, like if we just get into it. Yeah.
You have to open another PowerPoint.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. So I think we already covered that. That's why. Market is very good. I would right now tell you just go to indeed.com, or I'll show you also. Okay. Let me just show you the best way. So let's say I'm just going to do this. And I'll tell you one more trick. Okay. One more secret, or the best way for you to get your next job is get better at LinkedIn. Okay. If you're not good at LinkedIn, reach out to your learning consultant at ZaranTech. They will help you. Okay? We have guides after guides after. Workday Finance, United States, experience level, internship, entry level. Apply to those jobs right away. That's my first thing. I'll tell you that. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay. And then jobs in Workday are plentiful. There's so many jobs. Absolutely so many jobs right now.
So would they employ out if you live outside of the United States?
No, I'm just showing you this. There's only so many countries which have Workday. You know that, right? So if let's say you are in US, that's great. Canada, great. France, great. India gets a lot of offshore projects, and now there are a lot of customers as well. Great. Right now, there is APJ, APAC region is also getting quite a lot of stuff. So yeah, there's quite a number of jobs, but I don't know exactly how many. Workday Finance is in how many areas? I know Australia also is getting Workday Finance recently, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is, will all those countries, is there a high chance that they employ remotely? Because for instance, I live in Canada right now, right? So is there a higher chance of me finding, say, a remote job from the US? Do you know what that market's trend is looking like?
Most companies in the US would always like to hire people in the US because of remote jobs and everything. But I see US as the best market at this point.
And I agree with you.
That is also a great opportunity for you to connect with your staffing partner when you're doing the certification, because they can help you much more, with this job market and all that stuff, because we as a training company don't get into that much because we are not doing staffing at all. We don't get into staffing, so we don't know much. We know that the demand is high. How do we know the demand is high? Because we sell those courses the most. Workday HCM sells 10 times more than any other course we have. So the demand is obviously high. Finance also sells very good. We have data migration courses, this and that, all that stuff. So that's how we know. As far as placement itself, consulting companies, who's hiring, we don't know much. We're not a staffing company, but US is the best market for now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. It's about 9:39. We started at 7:30. So it's about 2 hours. So we'll go ahead and conclude this session. If you guys have a final chance, if you have any question, please go ahead and ask. I can answer any other questions. I think me and Maddie both are here. Ask any questions you have. We'll answer.
So like you said, last question I said, like you said, HCM sells 10 times more than any other course that you sell, right? Which means HCM has more demand. But in terms of like complexity, job demand, like does HCM has as many jobs as compared to like financial or anything else like payroll, anything? Just a general question.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. The answer is yes. Because HCM is your entry to Workday. Any Workday consultant in the market right now, anybody, they will always tell you this. You want to get into Workday? Doesn't matter where you get into. Finance, payroll, security, reports, analytics, whatever. Start with HCM.
Start with HCM.
Always. Because it builds your understanding of the architecture of the system, everything. It helps you quite a lot. You have an HCM certification, and then when you get into finance, that also helps. Every consultant, every trainer, every instructor, every experienced person will tell you this. Let's start with HCM.
Are you saying that it's advisable to start with HCM instead of this finance thing now? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
I didn't understand the question. What?
The finance professional, then it makes sense to start with finance. But if someone is brand
sorry,
your voice was breaking. Go ahead. Can somebody ask me that question?
So I have been working in tech for a while, right? I do not have financial background, but I've taken a couple of classes on this financial for Workday, and I said something I can literally thrive in. It won't be too much struggle, that I understand. So I'm saying that, can I go ahead and start off with this, or do I need to go back to HCM?
We recommend HCM. Yes.
Okay.
HCM should always be a starting point. There are two reasons. HCM has more jobs than finance, first of all, but you can always get into HCM, get a job. See, try to understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to change your mind in any other way. Okay. HCM doesn't cover HCM. It covers the architecture, it covers the history, it covers this, it covers that, everything. It covers everything about work.
A lot of moving parts in HCM. It's a lot of learning.
Yeah. And then once you get the job in HCM, you start your career that way. And then you can jump into finance, payroll, analytics, reporting, security, whatever. That's the route most people choose. If you want to choose the finance route directly, no harm. You can always choose that. So, but
all right, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no problem.
Provided that if someone has background in finance, if someone has a background in finance, then maybe it makes more sense to go directly into finance.
Yeah. And then also there are a lot of other conditions also. There's no rule that you have to, but think about this. I'll give you an idea. Somebody's in finance platform, Oracle Finance, working for 10 years. Why would they go back to HCM? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So those are situations like that. But when somebody's come in from a fresh standpoint, it's like, okay, where do I start? We do not recommend finance. So like, I'm not trying to give you wrong information. We're trying to give you the right information, because once you get into that field of Workday, once you have a job, once the money starts coming in, you can then learn easy other things. We have people who are interested in reports, analytics. They don't jump into reports and analytics. They start with HCM. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
All right, guys. Very, very good question. I'm very happy that you guys asked me all these questions. I got stumbled too, and I like that, because I learn every time. I learn so many things from you guys. Thank you so much for your time. And if you have something to say, please.
Yeah, thank you guys for your time, and we will see you in our upcoming sessions, and we will learn, and then you will feel yourself a difference in your skills and the career.
Yeah.